Whew. Well, good morning, folks. It's winding down hiking season, kinda, for upstate New York. We're getting into almost November. Sorry about the wind noise. We're just heading back to the beginning of the video where we left off on last video. I parked a little further down the road once I did some research and found out there's a parking lot further down the road, and I didn't walk further down the road than the last time I was here. So we're walking back to continue the actual Erie Canal. Yeah, so daylight savings time right now, it is 7:15 in the morning. Anybody even know it? So, yay, they should just do away with that. You go to work at the night, you come home at night. How's that saving anybody time? If you just left the clocks alone, that's 1 hour you don't have to have the lights on. But if you're working and you get home and it's already dark out when it would normally be light out, you know, just saying. So here's the road that we were looking at last time we were here. I was gonna pull off the side of the road here and then found the other parking lot. So up there is the Route 46 bridge, and here we go, another walk on the Erie Canal Trail. It's the actual canalway. Again, here's the road, and here we go. And there's a small pull-off up here a little further. I was going to pull off along the side of the road here, but no need to. I guess I'll say record date, because as it gets colder and the snow comes, I'm not equipped for snow adventure, so I do enough of that at work anyway. Yeah, so with winter coming in. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for this. So here we are, part whatever. We're working our way toward Rome, New York. The sun's barely even up now, but with it being October 27th, 2024 is the recording date. And there's that little pull-off I'm parked in right there. We're getting close to the city of Rome. Now, the more I looked into Rome on the maps, there is a small park, but as doing the city part, the road walking part, I think I'm just gonna not do it. Because it's not worth my interest on just showing you road drives. So we can get to the city where we go into the road walk, and then, you know, it'll be something for you to explore. And there's a small park on the other side of the road walk that would bring it back to a trail like this. But road walks, I'm not a fan of. Not much full foliage left. We did have a front pass through. It gave us winds and blew all the nice, pretty colors out of the tree. And now it's just, meh. Not a smack in the face, thoughts, you know. Cold season coming. One, you gotta set your clock back. Two, and all the leaves will all the trees. What's this blue mark up here? I got a question to anybody that's doing this trail that knows a little more of the history. Now, this is the third blue mark I've seen. I want to say it's a trail marker, but why? Are those, is that a trail marker, or is it just something, somebody got their fishing line caught in it? What is the purpose of these? Is there some significance to that? I mean, if there's trail markers, it'd be on, like, that's like, how many miles I've done? 5 miles? And only seen 3 trees with it. Could be, there's diseased trees, and there's trees that get these special beetles in them. Maybe that's what it could be marking, but I don't know, it just seems odd. Things I see along the trail. See, that tree doesn't have anything in it. It's just like the third one I've seen in a 5 mile, oh, make that the fourth one. Here's another tree with it in it. The tree looks pretty healthy though. I don't know. Anybody wants to comment down below, feel free to. There it is right there. I'll just zoom into it there. I believe I heard that the canal is now closed for boat traffic, but I don't think I'll be finished with the canal series through next year, so we'll get as much done as we can. Temperature's about 52 degrees right now, and then it plummets into the 30s and 20s. Yay! So this looks like this road may have continued. Yeah. This road may have continued on this way. We'll find out. Route 46 that goes into Rome. That's the traffic over here. Oh wow. Anybody that likes old road alignments. Let's picture back in the day, Route 46. This would have been an old road alignment. Or at some point, Route 46 would came straight through here and around, and where it loops back around, there's a gas station with a flashing light, stoplight kind of ordeal. It just flashes. That road would have come around here and connected down here, or you know, just some history for those that want to explore the area more. I think it's State Route 49 connecting into State Route 46 is that intersection. And then here, this looks, oh, maybe it's just a pull-off parking lot. Yeah, because clearly it connected down there, but we'll... Oh, I see what's going on. This is part of the trail. It's a draft site for fire department. How did I know? Because for one, I used to be a fire department. And for two, that's a dry hydrant. It's just a pipe that's hooked up to the, well, the unbearable source of water. So the fire department probably has a key. They could bring in their pump tanker and hook up, and if there's a structure fire or whatnot, they need water, they can get water from their dry hydrant. This is interesting. Again, the old classic Erie Canal sign, but I'm looking at this North Country Trail. Well, here's a website. Here, you could take a screenshot if you want. There. Now this camera, some of the views I cannot get because of the LCD screen's a little janky. And here's this. So I can't center things on because this half of the screen's like gone. Oh. Somebody getting their last mows in. Alright, got something coming up here. A lot of interesting things right here actually. I'll show you in a minute. See, this is a bridge. I know that we crossed a creek, it looked like, on the maps. I don't know how far up it is. Yeah, that must be a trail marker, because there's that blue thing on the post right there by the bridge. Just look for the blue. So, I don't know why now all of a sudden the trail is clearly a trail through here, and now we got these blue markers. Alright, can we get a cookie? No, this is just a guardrail. No, there's something down there. Can't get a good clear view. Well, let's look at this over here. Again, if anybody knows what's going on, feel free. We'll ignore that. That's why I'm hiking the Erie Canal Trail, not in the Adirondacks, to avoid gunshots, but being hunting season. There's like a wall built there. I can't get that clearly. Oh, yeah. Sun hasn't come up enough. Camera don't like light like this. Light. What? And then there's this concrete wall down here. Maybe it's there to hold the rock back, but you can barely make out some old-time equipment in over there. I don't know what that is. It looks like some, yeah, I can't really see it. There's some kind of structure of equipment over there. Maybe we can see it better down the trail a little further. Something to look at on the way back, maybe. Oh, what the? I'm getting what's going on over there. I'm glad I can't see it though. Yeah, we might be able to get a good view right here, actually. The noises out here is disturbing. Oh, is that tree gonna screw your view? No, it ain't. Okay, we can do this. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. It's like an old time camp. I don't know for what. Looked like it was built back in the canal days. If that's a water tower, again, the visibility's not clear. So, looks like an old water tower, an old building. And this creepy thing, yeah, you can see the equipment there. And again, that's right across from where you have this, looks like bridge but not bridge ordeal. And it's, yeah, this had to be part of the canal. Because there's like a buffer wall. That's what I'm thinking of, a buffer wall for that here. Oh, I don't know. Again, as you can tell, it's early in the morning. Things don't function well. Oh yeah, we'll have to try to remember to get a shot on that on the way back when the sunlight's optimal. Oh well, it was supposed to be sunny today, but who knows? Can confirm that may have been some kind of canal industry, if not a repair place for canal boats. So it looks like there's a slip that goes in behind that concrete. I forgot what it's called. You know what I mean. The berm. Well, I guess it's gonna rain. So I'm wondering why the trail turns and not go straight along the canal. It gives you insight on... Oh, here's a sign. Okay. It gives you kind of an insight on how overgrown the trail would be if we didn't actually have a trail, because that would be the trail you would never even known it existed. Oh, birds laughing at you. Yeah, probably saw your bald spot on your head. Oh, a parking lot, okay. There's a parking lot here too, just a little further down the road. Probably right at the intersection. Nobody's in it. Glur Road, Verona, New York. Next crossing 2 miles. 30 minutes walking, 15 minutes by bike. Oh. That's from the side, Glur Road, Oneida County, next crossing, almost 3 miles. Oh, you can see that building in the background actually now. You see the full workshop. Again, we'll look at it on the way back. Alright, and that's if you're heading toward the lock. I already forgot what number it was. 21, I think it was. 21 or 22. I think it was lock 22. And parking lot. Same thing on this side, except you got 2 miles to the next crossing. So, yeah. So there's a parking lot here. Again, I don't know if it's off from 46 or what. Oh, there's like a little trail going up through there. Unmarked, unnamed trail. We're going to stick to the main. And oh, there's that another one of those blue things in the tree. So now we got blue things in the tree. Right. nothing over there. Oh. I can't see, it's too dark still. Thought it was a deer, but wow. I don't expect to see that many more. Might get suburban deer, but out here, busy highway. Canal, not much room for them to be in, so I don't expect to see any. But I've been surprised before, so. What remains of the fall foliage is now down here. But the smell, I need to make a can of love. This is smell of fall is what they call it. Wait, did that just move? What am I looking at down there? It moved. Somebody's already got their snow tires on. At least today I don't have any time sensitive things happening. There's no trains on the train that are worth looking at. And there's no work commitments that I need to be at until tomorrow. So I'll try to get a lot of this done today. I don't know, there might be some deer up here. So not much to look at. This little forest over here. One raindrop ended up on the lens of the camera, I see. And there's no canal because for some reason we are diverted away from the actual trail. Or the towpath. A little interesting thing, got this hemlock forest and then this opening. Clearly something was through here. I don't know if it was part of the canal, but you can see the bank. Oh, you can see it. But then you look over here. See the difference? There is no opening or clearing. Like something went through here. But then if you look over here, clearly there was something going through here. But that was kind of interesting. And there's like a little ditch here. So you got native hemlock forest. What looked like it would have been a creek. Then you turn around, there's no sign of any creek over here. Canal's right over there somewhere. So what happened here? Doesn't make sense. Continue on, you can see there's a trench or a ditch there. Don't know if it's man-made or not. Not too interesting to go down and look at it. You can see it right here. And what looked like would have been a little pond, maybe a spring. The ditch still continues. Over here, you got like a wall of something right here. I gotta clean that spot off the camera. That little brief sprinkle every time trains are hiking. One little raindrop. But the forest is starting to open up, or you know, get wider. So I'm thinking the road turned away. So there might be some deer down here. And there's that trench. So this had to be some kind of road, maybe, which would make purpose, make sense. Yeah, that's probably what this used to be. This used to be an old road, because you had the parking lot at the beginning, so maybe that pull-off was the actual road. Canal towpath might be right here, the old towpath, and that's the wall I'm seeing. The canal's on the other side. Yeah. Makes sense to me, because, I mean, look how straight this is. All the way down for at least a mile. And that's that thing that looked like a deer. So this is all straight. This is obviously built up. That's probably why the trail went down here and not follow the towpath still. So this must have been an old road. Which explains the parking lot. Well, see what adventure holds us up here further. I just thought that was interesting that still there's that trench. And then there's that, what looked like a significant creek went through there. But there's nothing on this side. So I'm wondering if the building of the canal, that wasn't a good enough creek and they just cut it off somewhere to build the canal. See, there's the towpath still following you. All in a little bit of interest. Again, you can see it for yourself. You know where we are. I try to keep that much detail in the videos. Oh, I should say the finished videos. If you watch this before it's finished, then they'll probably just say either Canal Trail part, whatever. When it's finished, I mentioned this before. When the videos, I'm all done finishing them. I'm still backlogged because work. So I make the content, I put it out there. When they're finished, they'll have the date at the end of them. So let's say Erie Canal Trail Part 8, 7/10/2022. Something like that. They'll always have the date at the end of the finished video when I'm done with it. So if it says Erie Canal Trail Part and no description, I haven't gotten that far yet to process the video for that information, but it's published early. So it's something you like seeing, like you know the intersection with the flashing stoplight, or with the flashing light with the gas station next to it on Route 46 and 49. That's this section. And why I'm filling signs like that one back there at the parking lot. Next road crossing is such and such road. And the mileage and everything and details will be added later that I know of. But again, feel free to comment down below if you know more than I do, because obviously I'm not in my general area of knowledge. Knowledge? What knowledge? Knowledge left my head back in 2012. Sorry to say. So looked up at the flocking birds and noticed that I've not yet personally had a chance to see the comet that everybody's talking about, but there's a comet around. Not a comet down below, but an actual comet. I forget the name of it. So that's going on at this time as well, along with the Aurora Borealis, which I missed out on that too. So congratulations to those that seen it. They're saying there's more chances to see it, but when you only have 1 day a week off. Wait, oh, I just realized I passed that stump. The stump marked where the deer was, so we've walked, oh, I don't know, but it's been quite a distance before the camera couldn't zoom into the stump, and we're actually standing next to it now. Again, that's got to be the towpath. And there's much more to go. That might be our bridge or go over the creek, so I'm hoping. Because if that's the case, I thought it was actually further out. But again, when you look at it from my perspective, it is quite a ways out. It's at least another mile, maybe half a mile away. I mean, it's way down there. So I still got this to walk. And this is my depth perception currently. Other than this part of the camera not working. But yeah, the woods are pretty dense now, so the road must have turned off that way, and you can still hear it, but you got quite a bit of forest here. So yeah, deer might jump out of the woods and take your wallet. Well, until I see something else, I guess. What? I just realized the cloudy skies are now clear skies. Well, except for that next rain cloud coming. Hello. Glad nobody's around to see you. Same. This is a weird posted sign. No tree digging, cutting. Who digs trees out of the ground? Those pesky beaver. I never seen us posted something like that before. Oh, we're out of the creepy hemlock forest, and we went to that little mountain bubble floating by. Now on this side, see the towpath, where it would be. You got this ponding going on here, so elevation I think has changed. And so there goes the hemlock forest that we've been so decently walking along, and then all of a sudden it still definitely has a feel of an old road to it. I mean, I don't see a trail. You can see it's a right of way for sure of an old road, I'm gonna say. You can see what's picked up from down below here. You go down and you go back up, and there's the towpath canal, and over here it's got a ditch along the side of it. So this definitely was built back in the day. Not built because to put a trail in, but built back in the day, and today we see it as a trail. Another view of the towpath, clearly right there. And I said before, you know, just take your time, look around, you'll see some neat things. It's only a long straight stretch, but your experience will certainly be different than mine. Whew. 2 miles. 2 miles to the next crossing. I'm curious about this raised part here, because right across from it there's a structure, but it's on the other side of the canal. I'm wondering if this used to be an old intersection. Because this looks out of place right here. Oh. For sure that's what it was. Yeah, there probably used to be a bridge here. For sure. Road we went through there. The canal, the berm is blocking you from the view of the truck there. And straight through that fence would have been the road. Yoink. There's a little blue marker in the tree. See, now, it's been a while since I've seen a blue marker. So they're not consistent. Other places are right back to back and other places are miles apart. This thing has just been standing there staring at me this whole time. There's so much distance I closed on it. What you doing? You're gonna have her stare off? I mean, I've closed that much distance to you. Bring it, I'm ready. What the hell's wrong with you? Is this the part where somebody screams it's a trap? This standoff has been going for 10 minutes now. Well, now there's a road over here on top of the canal's towpath. And then there's this little feature here. Looks like it used to be something of importance. Maybe it was the old canal. Darn thing's still there. So I turn around, it's like right there in front of me. Are you broken? Why you keep coming toward me? Absolutely that far away. And closing. And closing. The bed redrained. It got you right there and then bolted. Yeah, now it's afraid of you. After walking towards you for the last quarter mile and stopping right there. What the hell? He was so afraid of me, I had to walk toward me. And now it's flipping out. Well, with that intense standoff done, what are you still over there snorting about? I didn't do anything. You're the one that walked up on me. I stopped walking a long time ago, dear. I'm gonna start walking. Yeah, and your buddy's gonna come out and take my wallet. Like I said, it's a distraction. It's a trap. Again, you never know what you're gonna encounter out here. Sleep behind for my stalker. Stalker. Yeah, right? What were the stupid comments you were making at the beginning of the video? Oh, I'll see those around here. Right. What? Let's drew the line. What the hell is this? This is creepy too. What is FBC? FBC that way. And what gets me is that's where the deer went. There's a line across the thing and a sign saying FBC. It should say beware of deer. Yeah, I don't know where the canal went. Because now there's houses in the road, which now that we're evening out, I could see the canal is not on the other side of what I thought was a towpath. So at some point it turned. So I don't know what this feature is here anymore. You saw at the beginning of the trail, way down there. And the only other feature we were looking a lot this way when we were looking at that clearing in the hemlock forest was. And now there's like a trench here, but this is not the canal. I don't know if it was. Oh, is this the original canal? That I have to look into, because I think there is Clinton's Ditch, there's an original version, and then there's today's modern version. I wonder if this was the original version, but still. Go back in the video where we were at that, what looked like a road crossing. This wasn't there. It was just starting. I'm keeping looking behind me. And why I wasn't afraid of the deer, that's because I still have this in me. So, if that deer wanted to start trouble. That's why I said, bring it, I'm prepared. And don't go home without it, you gotta have some way to protect yourself one way or another. And hope it works. Unfortunately, there's certain laws. Oh. Oh, there's a house back there. Oh, there's a creek down here. I didn't notice it until the bird flew away. I think it's a creek. This might be my creek crossing. Not much said about it. It's just... if this goes underneath this... Oh, I can't tell. I should go down and look. Because then we know this would be a part of a canal. Oh, how did I get down there? I'm going to do this for the viewers. I got to find out. This is a question that needs answer. Because that would tell us this is a canal. This might have been the original canal. Let me figure this out. Let me crawl through the woods and I'll see what's going on down here. Oh, for sure. Unfortunately, I can't get around to that side. I'll try. Look at this. There's no posted signs around, so here's what's down below here. And there's definitely a tunnel. I'm at the best angle I can to get it. You can clearly see there's a tunnel in there. So we must be in the part of the section that's original before they extended or widened it. So I will try to get over there, depending on how much of a struggle this is going to be. So let me see what I can do. Our path is up there, and there's a little small little trail down through here, but I'll try to get a good view of this over here more. Oh yeah, this is going to be sloppy. Slop. But if you fall, yeah, it's going to hurt. And you gotta try to meander your way through there. But I am darn curious on... Let me figure this out. Well, by some miracle I made it. Here you are. This is actually pretty creepy. So up above us is the original canal. This is 1820s, I want to say. Maybe later, I don't know the exact dates, but it's interesting no matter what to look at though. The old stonework. And it goes clearly quite a distance. And that water dripping is probably right where the canal is itself. The fact that this lasted this long, whew, interesting little find. Not sure if there's something else here, because there's like a bunch of rubble rock right here. And it goes in right about here, and then there's nothing way down on the other side of it, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe to slow the water down. Ah, yeah, there you go. Maybe if the creek floods, it slows the water down, so it doesn't blow out the other end here. That's all I can think of. But it looks like there's something here that fell down too, so. But then the face of the tunnel doesn't look half bad either. Yeah, something fell. This looks like the original face of the tunnel, but looks like there's also something right here too. As just all fell down. Yeah, so we now know this is the original abandoned part of the Erie Canal. Not the, not the one that goes to Syracuse, but the original, canal before they widened it. There's so much to keep track of. You got the abandoned part that goes through Syracuse, that used to go through Syracuse, and you got this section here, which this is for. That's no longer being used. And you got the actual canal. It's hard to keep track. But the original abandoned part, I don't know. We'll go up there and look at it more. But yeah, so that was definitely the canal at one point for somebody that want to build a tunnel. And that had to bend the road because this is obviously not added. So that road is probably the original towpath, actually. That's what we're walking on, the original canal towpath. So, makes sense now, don't it? See what you found when you walked up a little further? Alright, I'm going to go back up through there and try not to fall in this. It's pretty deep here, so keep that in mind. I'm going to come and explore this part. So I think this is the creek I was thinking to get to. So I should be coming up close to the other parking lot now. There might be fish in there because something just moved in there. But this section here is deep. You can see the rocks and then it drops off. So I don't know how deep it is, but I'm not going for a swim today when it's 52 degrees. Nearly November. Try to make my way back. Yeah, you just gotta fight your way through here. Oh, still looks like the sun's coming out. If that tree can talk, whew, it's got a lot of stories. Alright, let's get back up to the trail. Hopefully that deer ain't waiting up there with a machete. With its friends. So what's left in the fall colors right here, folks. The other canal's not even in sight. So this must have went into the heart of Rochester, Rome. I see street sign way ahead. That might be our next crossing, actually. It looks like it's on this side of the canal. The canal does turn that way. So this part went in the heart of Rochester. The other one was there, verted around Rochester. Rome. I don't know why Rochester keeps coming to mind. Haven't been there, never been there. Rome. Rochester. So this was built back when Rome was a small town and probably connected to the Boonville Canal, the Boonville Feeder Canal or whatever it's called. And this, when they modernized to the current one being used, they bypassed Rome. That's what I'm thinking. Because it is nowhere in sight here. But this one is. And it just showed up out of nowhere. So, what happened? I gotta find out if this canal was actually finished or not. Because as I showed you before at the beginning of the walk, that this wasn't around. Yeah, we got, it looks like a considerable intersection coming up. I'm starting to see more houses and stuff, street signs. So we might be ending this section here. The video should be long enough with that creek and creek tunnel culvert, whatever it's called, and the deer. Made it long enough. And now the old canal, which magically appeared out of nowhere pretty much. What? Did we just see these? Just chilling. Yeah, our intersection coming up. This is gonna be the end of this trip. Coming up here, I'm starting to see the gates and everything. So yeah. Again, you never know what to expect out here. Wildlife don't run from you. And yeah. Oh, stepped on something. Alright, here we are. Zingerline Road, Verona, New York. Next crossing, half a mile. I think I could go another half mile. We'll keep going. What's a half mile, right? Whew. Zingerline Road. Alright. And there's no bridge or culvert for this abandoned canal like there was on the original abandoned canal. So, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely getting into some downtown stuff now. Yellow Green Canal still on the right. I missed the mile markers though. That's what they should do from Albany to Buffalo. Have mile markers like the old section did. See stop signs for an intersection ahead, and it also looks like a bridge closed sign. That might be our next crossing. What the? Again, the original canal still here. Still baffles me. And again, some of the stuff you see when you're out. Surprised I haven't seen anybody on the trail today, actually. Well, it's almost November. It's actually warming up pretty decent now. Feels like it's in the mid-50s. Oh, the sun's out. Oh, tree got in the way. I'll show you something real quick here. So you seen the city of Rome, and now you got the town of Verona. We're now in Rome, folks. Don't know what that sign says. It's a little roached. So, yeah. Good 3-mile hike so far. Got to hike back. I'm trying to push further and further. I know that one day there, a couple episodes ago, I did like 7 miles or something. I was like, holy crap. Get used to these longer hikes. Some of those trails in the Adirondacks. Yeah. I wonder. This road right across here. That's going straight. Bridge closed a mile ahead. I'm wondering if that is over the canal itself, the newer one. The modern one. I'm going to call it the modern one. The one that's in service. So we're already a mile from that canal, if it's the one. Again, not much to see other than the sunlight. So I like to show you more of that way, but maybe on the way back. Oh, there's a good shot. I'll do this shot in the shade of the tree. Should be a decent. Oh yeah, there you go. You got the canal, the towpath, the road that used to be a towpath. But then that don't make sense though, because at the beginning of the video, at the parking lot way back at the beginning, the towpath is here, but the canal wasn't. What? When we were thinking it was an old road. The canal wasn't over there. No sign of the old original canal. That still baffles me. I gotta look into it if they ever finished it or not. The widened part. This part. If they've ever actually finished it or not. Whoa. Somebody's coming up on me. Alright, our destination is in sight for our next adventure. Whoa. There's deer on this track. This trail too. Deer tracks on this trail. So there's a possibility of another wildlife encounter. Great. Whew. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna start wrapping it up now. Our next intersection's right up here. Hopefully it's got a decent parking lot I can park in. I'm pretty sure it does. If I read the map correctly, I knew the creek was coming up, a creek crossing, but that last road there you just came across. Yeah, that looks like it might be. Oh good, another straight section. So hopefully I can park here. So I kept going because there really wasn't much of a parking lot on this last road we just crossed. So I keep thinking someone's coming up on me here. A bicyclist. He's got the leaves in the trees. You got the highway noise, and you got once in a while a noise that sounds like bike tires running over the said leaves that are falling. Kind of distracting. Unlike the last section, this one's curved, so there could be a cyclist. Pretty sure that had already come and passed for the year, but you never know. I'm out here doing it now, so if a cyclist wants to get one more ride in, I can't predict that. Okay, folks, this is it. This is where we're going to turn around. I'm not seeing right away a parking lot or a pull off, but it's been 3 miles. So, what is way up there? Something's shiny way up there. Looks fun for our next adventure. Well, this one's got a little culvert. See, now the abandoned part through when we started had bridges and everything, but here there's no bridges. This one's got a little, it's a little culvert pipe, so there's no bridge here. On the older section when we first started, you'd have a little bridge. So I wonder if that's because this isn't complete. I don't know. Just curious. Oh yeah. Here we are. I'm not gonna pronounce it. Next crossing is another 2 miles. So I guess there might be a little room to pull off here. I'm not sure. Yeah, over there. We can park over there. Nice. So here's where we're gonna end our journey for today, folks. I'm gonna look around a little bit. This intersection, nice little farm over there. There's the canal. Goes under the road here through a culvert and not a bridge. It continues on this way. And parking lot. Little place to park. Yep, park here. Just don't block the hydrant. Alright, this will be it, folks. See what kind of disturbing things I find on the return trip, and yeah, you can pull off the side of the road here. It's not a busy road. I've not seen, well, as soon as I said it, I've not seen a car on the road, but as soon as you mention car, one spawns. So we're gonna head back, and you know, again, thanks for watching. You never know what you're gonna find along the way. Coming up to that deer territory. So look at why it is here, okay? I'm not 100% sure if they finished this section. I doubt it from the look of it. But back here it's wide. And I'll jump ahead if I don't have any more encounters of the weird kind. We just crossed that Zinger Line Road. Looks like my next section will be in Rome. The next 2 miles cuts into a short road walk cuts back to a trail and takes you to a park. So I'll do what I'm gonna do next time is park where I showed you the parking potential parking spot is. I'll park there and see how far in the roam I venture and assess my opinions when that time comes. But I looked at the maps. Right where we started that straight section, the new canal that's being used now does continue off where this one continues this way. So that's where the canal's split. So this may have continued, but we'll have to try to see it and why it didn't happen. But they still constructed this new canal. Naturally, animals fly away, go away, but I'm not used to animals acting unnaturally, like not moving away or walking toward you. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I'll fill you in as long as I go when we get to that straight section. I'll let you know, but look how wide it is here. And then as we progress down, towpath, canal, we confirmed it being a canal, that this was intentionally put here with that creek tunnel. So, alright, I'm gonna, without further ado, go back to where it looked like there used to be a bridge across, or a road that went across. We'll continue there just before the deer encounter happened. So by the time we get to that end of the straightaway, this will not be here. It's like a decent amount of liquid in it. I gotta do more research on if this actually did connect to the canal. But I don't know why it's not visible. The more further up you go, it just fades out. Like it wasn't this extravagant at the beginning of the video. Even abandoned, but at least it's holding water. And then turns out to be nothing. Wind's picking up, cold front's moving in, so we're finishing up just in time. It's going to start getting windier and the temperatures are going to plummet. But, you know, up here you get used to 20, 30 degree temperature drops in 12 hours. So right now it's probably 55. This time tomorrow, 29. So, yeah, something to look forward to. And here's that creek crossing with the tunnel down below us here. That's where we are right now. And then right here's where the access down into there. If you want to check the tunnel out. And right here is where it starts to just go off into non-existence. You see the distance between two trails, the road and the trail. Now it's just starting to, at the tunnel, it just starts to fade away. Fading away, but let's keep saying it. I'll say it as I go. Fading away. Remember, we're walking in this direction, so everything should be over here. Slowly it goes bye-bye. So that's why I don't think it's complete, because where does it go? I mean, clearly obvious right here, but give it a couple more minutes and it won't be clearly obvious. Water's gone stagnant. You can clearly see where it is. We're coming up. Now this road over here is a dead end road, and so I'm watching my other side here. So at first I'm seeing what looks like another berm of some sort with this trench, but that's also the side where the deer is. So I'm just keeping my eye out for that thing. The frequency tell that as I was coming down from where we encountered it. There's deer tracks back and forth continuously on this trail, so it frequents here a lot. And there's a lot of cutoffs where you can see deer trails go in the woods. So at some point this is a small deer trail for a small portion. And see, just slowly fades away. If you didn't know what was up ahead a little further. It'd be an interesting hike though. If you got the time to bike or hike or what, a couple 10 miles, you can see this section, the widened part. You'll connect to the working section that's currently being used, cross a lock to the older section. So you get to see all three segments on this part of the journey from Rome to Syracuse. Anyway, you'll see the part that got abandoned. I think I don't know which one's called the Clinton's Ditch, but again, I don't know if this is ever completed or not. I don't know right off the top of my head. Well, I'll show you. It just fades away now that we know what's here and why it's here. But the road dead ends. Actually, that crossing's coming up here. And this is what it looks like now. It just looks like a swamp. So it'll be interesting. I'll get home after recording this and do some more research, because now that I've seen it in person, again, you don't know until you see it in person. But you never thought that would be a canal, a working canal. It just slowly fades away. Oh yeah, so clouds are moving in now. Oh. Still visible. Still got the canal here. Here's this abandoned road, which used to be this road. It definitely used to come across here. Probably went across and connected to Route 46. And that's why it's cleared out. Part for this guy to access it. Well, you never know. That's not a bridge, it's somebody filled it in. But it came right through here. And again, even on this side, you can clearly see where the canal would have been. Now, why does that look different way up there? We're getting close to a scary forest. That's the thing that's looking different. So that's interesting to find out. We'll continue on. Yeah, pretty much there's the house. Once you pass that old road crossing, it's gone. See, now you don't even notice it. You can, and that's what that berm is that we've been talking about at the beginning of the video. That berm looks like a berm for the canal for this. So now you don't even look like a canal. an abandoned canal. But clearly the berm's right there. So, and that happens just before the hemlock forest up ahead here. So, keep a track of that as further as we go. There it is. Still, see, you barely notice it. Got the berm. Canal. Towpath. You can kind of see it there. So this is the canal. Now I'm kind of curious where the or the smaller one that was abandoned from Syracuse, the one where we first started these episodes out on, the abandoned one that had the bridges. I wonder where that ties into the system. 'Cause I don't know if this is complete or not. The widening part, and if it was abandoned through the process of widening, or if they actually used it. Because these are getting to be some big trees, but clearly this didn't seem to have water in it for very long. For the size of these trees are growing, they would be dead. Just curious. See, now it's just slowly fading away. If you didn't know, this is a towpath now. And that other side's a towpath there, that berm. That's the canal. So I was wrong at the beginning of the video. So it looks like all that stuff over there is forested, so there could be some deer in here. It certainly is at the other end. Getting closer and closer to the end, so we'll see more as we go. We're almost to the point where we could look over and see. I wonder if that was part of the canal. We'll find out shortly. We'll try to answer some questions. And again, I missed this the first time, and there's no trespassing signs, so there is some structure here. Looks like maybe another tunnel. You can see it right here. Yeah, something right there too. So there's a structure here where this little creek. You can also see the ledge on the other side there. So here's the tunnel, but again, there's no trespassing signs and it's posted, so we are not going to venture down there this time. I'm not doing that for views. And again, canal's right here, but as you notice, it's coming up closer to the path. So right now it just starts to fade away. At least that's the way it looks. It's right here. You're kind of starting to lose the berm on the other side now. So I don't think it was completed. I could be wrong. Some more questions with that being posted. That tunnel, does it go all the way under here? If so, they went out through all that effort to put that tunnel in. And I don't even think they used it. All that money it took to build up this road, this towpath. It's probably the main road to construct on. And well, that's it right there. That's the canal. Is this spot? No. And you can clearly see the other berm wall is right there. And originally I thought the canal was on the other side of this, and it's not. It's clearly a forest. So this is still part of that reworked canal. There's water. So where it is here, there's no way it would have held water enough to float boats in it. I mean, it's only a couple feet from the top of this towpath. Ah, right here. And right across here is that weird, I'll look at this a little more, is that weird clearing through the hemlock forest. No, there's no tunnels here. I don't think I see any. So here's that weird clearing, like something went through here, but there's no tunnel. And again, there's the berm right there, and then canal and towpath. Slowly fades into existence. It's still an interesting posted sign. No tree gigging. Seeing, no, we're level right with the towpath. Now there's no indication that was even a canal. It ends right there. Yep, it's all gone. Just looks like a normal forest. There's kind of a probably a foot slope there. You can kind of almost make out the bank on that side, but right here, yeah, right at that strange clearing through the hemlock forest, it's gone, vanished. You'd never even notice if you didn't walk all the way to the other end of the trail that this is the canal. So I'm guessing it wasn't finished, because clearly I don't even see the berm on the other side anymore. And we're about this far from the parking lot. You can kind of see where it turns. So we're that far. And that's the parking lot, the stone rubble. You can kind of see the sign there. So we're about a quarter mile from the parking lot. Look for the strange void in the hemlock forest, and that's where your canal is, because clearly it's not here anymore. So where did it go? There's no berm on the other side anymore or anything. It's just faded into faded from existence. Because clearly it's not here anymore. It's gone. See you later. No berm on the other side. Nothing. After you get to that. Is that actually somebody on the trail finally? I haven't seen anybody on this trail all day long. Or is it that damn deer again? Oh, light playing tricks on me, I guess. Yeah. My own mind plays tricks on me. Might as well have the light do it too. So yeah, I figured I'd share that with you, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Overall, a darn interesting video, but where did it go? So I'm guessing it wasn't complete. Went through all that work putting in that tunnel, those tunnels, and then didn't even use them. That path went clearly to the straight trail, so we're on the straight section still. And no more canal. Faded in the... Okay, I beat that enough. So we're almost at the parking lot, and I got to thinking if it tied in, because where does the abandoned park come into play that goes into Syracuse? Where did that join the canal system? I'm wondering if that's that building up here that we're gonna get a better look at here shortly. So clearly there's no canal over here anymore. But then right as it vanished, there's the working section right behind the sign. Let's see if I can get down by the water and see what's going on there. So yeah, a nice little interesting walk. For those that like history. Got a lot of things to explore, a lot of things to creep you out. Critters, sorry. A lot of critters to creep you out. So, yeah, clearly we're coming up to a hillside here, so I'll look at this building real quick, and yeah. So as I mentioned before, we followed that straight section all the way down here, which we knew there was a canal. We got here. Where'd it go? It's gone. See ya. So yeah, the interesting thing is the canal would have came out here, obviously, because there's your trail, the parking lot. Would have came out here. Here's the active one. And now that the sun's out and in our better favor, this building over here looks like a control gate for the section that goes into Syracuse, the abandoned one we've walked already. The start of the series gets right here. Again, these weird trees have to be in the way, but you can actually see the locking gate that would allow water to go down into the abandoned section. So that's what that building is. That's the abandoned part to let water down into the abandoned section, which I don't know why. I could kind of figure out why they didn't run the trail up to it, but still would have been neat if the trail actually continued up to that point. But they could continue to that point and diverted us to cross Route 46. But I don't know. Yeah, that one's getting pretty strong, so again, we'll look right across here. So that was probably original construction back in the day. That is some impressive superstructure. There's the water tank. So there you go. That's where the canal, the abandoned canal, goes to Syracuse. And again, that one's got bridges. So I'm thinking it must be for a time they got this canal in operation, and they're still kind of using that to send traffic to Syracuse, maybe? I don't know. Because this would go down to, oh, what's that lake? What's that town? Anyway, this would go to the lake, and that would offshoot to Syracuse, so. And if you go to the Oneida Lake, I think it is. Wait a minute. Yeah. If you go to Oneida Lake, you could go into the Oswego and Lake Ontario, and then you can go back into Rochester. I'm going to try to get down here without breaking a leg, so this should be fun. I'm shutting you off, of course, so good luck. You'll know when I get to the bottom. Not much to see, but let's see what that sign says now. Kinda. Yeah. That's all you got. The entrance right there. Anyway, something of interest over there. Now that we know, you can see better. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see y'all next time.